Heroes Toy Reviews is not intended for children or anyone under the age of 17.
Today on Hebrews Toy Reviews, we'll be talking about Masters Universe Origins Deluxe figure Snout Spout.
Hebrews77 here, and welcome to a brand new YouTube channel. This is Hebrews Toy Reviews. But this is the 1983 Jump Jetpack. I just broke his crotch. What do you think about her? I was playing tennis with Super. These are games. This is the owner, Daniel.
Hello and welcome to Hebrews Toy Reviews. I'm your host, Hebrews77 here, with yet another action figure review. And today we will be talking about Masters Universe Origins Deluxe figure set. Now this has also got the 40th year sticker on there. Now this I've had for about, I don't know, a year now or so. But this is going to be the figure to talk about because he is the fearless firefighting friend on Eternia. Now, he didn't really show up until the She-Ra cartoon, but I think there were crossovers. And maybe he started showing up, or maybe he showed up in one episode of the original series. I'm not quite sure on that, but I only remember him being in She-Ra, like on the Christmas special or something like that. But let's forget about the episodes and dig into the action figure. Let's go down to the action figure review. Here we have the Snout Spout Deluxe figure, the 40th anniversary figure, Snout Spout. He comes to us from Masters of the Universe Origins Deluxe figure set. And man, I gotta tell you, now I never had the original figure of this because by the time these kind of figures were coming out, I was a little bit older. I think maybe I had collected Ghostbusters or was collecting Ghostbusters or stopping to collect Ghostbusters or whatever. But for the classic toy line, I had this one, and we will take a look at him here in just a minute. But let's take a look at some more of this this incredible package art, because I will be taking him out of the package. Now, as you can see here, he comes with an apparatus here, which is very similar of a firefighter. And you have the squirting mechanism here, which supposedly this action figure actually sprays water through his nose, or through this nose, I should say, because it's got a switchable head. So it says nose sprays. And then modern posing for retro play. And of course, as all the other action figures, he comes with his own mini comic. We switched the package around now, and you can see Snout Spout in action. And when he's not putting out fires, he's fighting foes. And this version, he's fighting King Hiss and Cobra Khan, or what appears to be Cobra Khan, but I don't remember Cobra Khan having claws. Perhaps the Masters Universe Origins does. But this would have been an interesting battle because Cobra Khan also spits water. So you would have had two water spitting action figures fighting against each other. And as we look down here, we can see them showing a demonstration of how he works. Fill with water. Press button. Hose down enemies. Now this would have been back in the day, one of those action figures that my grandma wouldn't have wanted me to play with in the house. This would have been an outdoor action figure. And, you know, back in those days, that's what we did. We played outside with our toys a lot. So they made a lot of action figures with outside playing features, knowing that kids did play outside a lot. And they had that in mind while making these kind of gimmicky action figures. So now that we've taken a look at all of that, and of course you could see some of the figures that came out soon after, the Roton, Pighead, which I don't have yet, which I will get eventually. Of course, it is sold at Toys R Us, so I might not get them. I might get them off of eBay or something. But now that you've seen what he looks like inside the package, let's take a look what he looks like outside of the package. So as you can see, I got him out of the package now. What's interesting is he kind of looks like the original figure. Here's a picture of the original figure. Now that you've seen a picture of the original figure, let's get on with this review. So what's interesting is they gave this figure two different heads that you could switch. One of which is without the gimmick, one of which is attached to the gimmick, and the mask actually looked different. First of all, there are no tusks on this one. I guess that would have gotten in the way of the flexibility of the hose feature, which is very flexible and lighter plastic. The mask part has these black markings on them, like so. I guess that's what the original figure looked like, I'm not sure. And of course the mask part is hooked up to this hose. And his little apparatus actually just hooks onto the back here. As you can see, you've got like a little hook that goes just like so. So it could be very easily lost. Now I imagine when you have this on there, which also has a hook, there's no way you could have the other thing on there too. So let's switch the heads on this action figure, but first what I want to do is fill up the backpack so we can use the gimmick. I thought it would be kind of nice to go ahead and show you guys how to do this rather than to have it already filled up and come back. So with these gimmicks, I've had quite a bit of experience with them, as I had some of the Joker's gas tanks. Now what you do is you want to set that piece down into the water, and then when you press this, it suctions the water. You let it go and it should fill the pack. Now we've got the pack fairly heavy. Let's test it before we, and there we go. Yes sir. Fill it up again. Set the apparatus in there, and you can see the bubble. You might want to kind of hang it off the side of the cup and let the water slowly work its way in there. Now I've got the alternate head on there, and for this demonstration, I probably should have done this last, but let's have him spray down the most deadliest adversary of all, Chuck Norris from Karate Commandos. I'm going to have to review Chuck Norris one of these days. But anyway, so we, let's see, put the dripping hose. Oh. Well, the head came off, so why don't we just go ahead and do it this way. We'll do it without the body. There we go. And keep in mind I'm trying to hold the camcorder and this at the same time. Give it a little squeeze here. Boom! Down goes Norris. What a devastating defeat. Take that, all you memes. At least my collector's box for my classics action figure, I got a good cleaning. Speaking of classics, we'll get to him in just one moment. I've got the original head back on, and I've got to say, as fun of a gimmick that is, it is an outdoor thing only, and it's very impractical to have it on his body while you're doing it. So if I were a kid playing with this, yeah, I don't think I would find it very fun. So let's do a comparison. Here is Snout Spout for the comparisons. And this one did not come with the gimmick, but the nose is still very flexible. And as you can see, the mask is just one mask, and it's in the same color as this mask, which is kind of cool actually, but it leaves out the tusk. You can't have tusk on your figure. Now, of course, the Classics line is very much taller than the Origins line, because Origins was trying to very much copy off of what they did with the original figures. And Origins actually are a really good replacement for your original Masters Universe figures. So kudos to them for actually making them this size. Now, the size difference isn't really that much. Maybe like a couple of inches. It would be like if you in real life were standing next to a really tall person. But anyway, here is the mini comic that came with Snout Spout, and I think I might already have this. In fact, 3 times already. Night of the Leech. Night of the Leech. And by the way, if you care at all about your cardboard backgrounds or collector item, White Miller collection boxes such as this, you don't want to really spray water on them per se, but I don't think I'll be selling any of this merch anytime soon. So that's pretty much all I have to say about Snout Spout. I like saying the words Snout Spout because they rhyme, and get out Snout Spout, or don't you pout Snout Spout, or I don't know, stuff like that. But I never had this toy as a kid, but I've got to say I will rate Masters of the Universe Origins Snout Spout about 9 out of 10, and that's about as big as you can get, as big as any of the ratings I think I've ever had. Well, I don't know, I might have had a 10 out of 10 one day. But anyway, Snout Spout, if you want a firefighter for your Masters of the Universe collection, then I highly recommend Snout Spout for your Masters of the Universe Origins collection. Well, that does it for this review, and I like collecting Masters Universe Origins. I got a whole bunch of them, but the problem is our Walmart tends to just keep putting out the same ones over and over and over again. I have yet to come across one that I haven't seen before, one that I don't already have. So they are very rare and hard to come by. But as I mentioned in the review, they got that Pig Boy, and then they've got some other Sunman, or whatever his name is. If I ever come across those again, I might purchase them. They're kind of expensive, but probably be well worth to own, collect, and to do reviews on. But until then, oh, before I forget, Please remember to like and subscribe, and feel free to comment in the comment section. I appreciate each and every one of you. But until next time, remember, knowing isn't just half the battle, it's the whole damn war. See you then.
As an ally with a nose for trouble, Snout Spout, his knockout blast knocks the enemy out.
We're surrounded!
Snout Spout, He-Man, Horde Trooper, and Skeletor figures each sold separately. No matter where the enemy goes, there's no escape from his knockout nose.
Try me, hose head! Snout Spout, it's Hordak! Got it!
Snout Spout, new from the Masters of the Universe. Action figures each sold separately from Mattel.